Welcome guys to another Infinite Warfare video with me, Spartan G Gaming. It really means a lot to me that you're watching this video, so thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, guys. Now today we're focusing on getting the gold camo as quickly as we can for the light machine gun, the Mauler. Now I know while I'm running and gunning here showing you how good this weapon actually is, that many of you have already completed this weapon to gold many months ago. So for those of you who have, those players who have already got this to gold, I still really appreciate you watching this video. It really means a lot to me, guys, and it means the world to me actually when I think about it, because you're still finding the time to watch this video even though you don't really need to. That means the world to me, guys, so thank you. This is more a video though for people who are struggling with the Mauler, because I know there are many people out there who are, and also for those of you who haven't even got round to completing the Mauler challenges yet. So hopefully my tips and tricks that I give you will help you when you get onto this challenge of getting this weapon to gold. Now the light machine gun, the Mauler, it is a full also heavy ballistic weapon. It is an experimental gauge and delinker. It channels ultra rapid fire into a tight hip spread. Now we all know that when we get around to using light machine guns that they are very heavy feeling, they're very slow, they're very sluggish and very hard to use at times. So my main focus is to try and get this as agile as we possibly can for you, as I did myself. Because remember, you're probably going to be coming from pistols or submachine guns or assault rifles where it's quick, it's agile, it's fast. Coming then using light machine guns is going to hit you hard because of the amount of sluggishness that they sometimes can have. So that was my first aim, to try and get the correct setup that I will go through with you in a minute, because we wanted to try and make this as very similar to a pistol or a submachine gun or even an assault rifle as much as we possibly could. So that was the feeling we wanted. Now it all depends on the variant of weapon as well. The prototype weapon helps, and also the attachments and the perks that we use. As you can see here, these first 200 kills that I was getting with this weapon, they really didn't cause me any problems. And it was because of the setup that I had. I made it feel like a pistol. I made it feel like a quicker, agile weapon. And it just makes it a little bit more easier. So when it comes to the variant prototype weapon to choose first of all, guys, it's entirely up to you. But the one that I did prefer was the Grizzly. We've got an on-point ability there on the weapon which speeds up aiming and reduces hip fire accuracy. It also stacks with quick draw, so that's an attachment I'm going to recommend to you shortly. It also has creeper on there, increased movement speed while crouched, so that's good to start with. That's our first bit of agility coming in. Now the epic weapons, the variants are normally pretty good, but the Mammoth is not that good. It's got a slow fire rate. I didn't get on with that at all. Remember, we want to keep it quick, we want to keep it fast, so the Grizzly was the best for me. And I would also recommend for the first 200 kills to have your VMC optic on. You've got two zoom sights on there, one for short distance, one for long distance. That's brilliant, guys, as an overall thing. Now remember the quick draw we're having on because it stacks with our Grizzly variant prototype weapon. So it makes for one all quick aiming. There's also another perk I'm going to show you in a moment, but the perk 1 Ghost and perk 1 Blind Eye, I very rarely change them for any weapon that I'm using, unless I'm going for a calling card challenge, then I'll change them. But for actual setup for 200 kills and also other challenges on the camo for the weapon, I would recommend to use those two perks in perk 1. Brilliant. Gung Ho after sprinting is going to help you to aim a lot faster. So again, that's going to help us to be agile, guys, which is what we're looking for. Dead Silence, I always love having that on, sneaking up behind the enemy. So once you've got those 200 kills out of the way, you'll then work up through your camos to get eventually the Zebra camo, where you get 160 headshots in total. Now if you are struggling with this, guys, which I know many of you are, there are tips and tricks I'm going to give you now. So other than the perks and attachments and the prototype weapon I've already said, these are tactics I'm going to share with you guys. Flank up behind the enemy. If you flank round the sides and work your way up to getting behind the enemy where you know they're spawning from, it does make for very easy headshots. They do make up a big percentage of most of the headshots that I get in games. So no matter where I'm starting from, I will always try and work my way around the edges. If you don't go around the edges, guys, remember when you're trying to work your way from one end of the map to the other, you can always go through the center if you want a bit more of a battle with the enemy. That's possible as well. Can be done now that we've got this light machine gun a little bit more easier to control. But you will find if you do flank round the sides, guys, you'll get up behind the enemy no matter what way you're coming in from. Try and go to the enemy camping positions as well. Use your map for guidance. On hardcore it's a little bit more harder, but I'm so used to hardcore I roughly know where the enemy are, I can hear them, I can roughly anticipate where they're going to be. You'll get used to that as well, guys, if you do use hardcore yourself. I mean, I love it. I absolutely love it. Again, those headshots are going to come a lot easier if you do use hardcore, because it only takes maybe one bullet to get that headshot kill, whereas standard core mode may be a little bit longer. But if you are going to even prefer standard core mode, you can actually have a headshot lethality attachment on, which in this case is going to be the hollow point. So if you do use core mode, use that, guys. It will help you. Now, holding positions. This is another great tip, guys, for getting headshots very easy with the light machine gun, the Mauler. Holding positions are very similar to camping positions, other than I'm not going to sit here all game. The only chance I'm going to get to sit here is just while the enemy are flooding out in front of me. Okay, that's the only reason I use these hold-back positions. They are on certain maps as well, such as Genesis, such as Skydock, as I'm showing you here, also Frontier. They are good maps to hold positions on, because you know roughly where the enemy are going to be coming from. You can see as well how the VMC sight works. We've zoomed it in down the end there, making it easier for us to aim in on the head. And once you start to know where the headshots are coming from, you can actually aim in at the exact point of where the head is going to be of the enemy, and the enemy will just actually walk into it. If you watch this, guys, I'll just hold it here for a few minutes, and then I'll guarantee you an enemy will just walk out in front of my sight. And it just makes for an easy headshot when you do. Watch your map as well, though, guys, okay? Because you've got to watch the spawning. On hardcore, on any mode, really, they do change very frequently. But have a score streak UAV set up if you're playing hardcore mode, because you need to keep an eye on where the enemy players are coming from. I didn't manage to do on that one, guys, but I'll show you on this one, okay? So like I say, we're setting it up on the little point. I know where the heads are going to be creeping out from. And boom, there you go, simple as that. Okay, it happens like that all the time, guys, it really does. And another great holding position is on the Frontier map, as you probably know, guys, and just looking down the hallway. Again, set your little sight up where you know the headshots are going to be coming into your sight, and the headshots will just rack up. I normally average between 20 and maybe up to 30 headshots a game in Frontier map. It is an amazing thing, guys. It really is. It's good. I mean, I actually got the 4th Horseman calling card challenge out of the way there. I didn't realise that, but it was the quad feed challenge that I needed there, so that was pretty good. And yeah, you can get those kind of challenges out of the way there. It really doesn't, you know, bother you in the slightest. So once you got those 160 headshots, guys, hopefully I made it a bit easier for you. The Autumn Camo, you'll need 10 hip-fire kills. That's easy. Don't need to explain that. You'll get that no end of times, the hip-fire kills. The whiteout. This is a bit more of a harder challenge. Get a kill with the last 15% of a magazine 15 times. Now, this is where I'm changing from hardcore into core mode, because you need to keep an eye on your bullets. Now, this is one way of doing it, guys. First of all, to get the last 15% of the bullets, you can actually kill to reduce your bullets. It's a bit harder doing this way, but as I show here in the video, it can be done. So this is a harder way, but you don't want to make it hard. We want to make it easy, don't we, guys? Okay. But this is one way. I'm just going to give you the options, okay? So first of all, you can kill to reduce the bullets. Now, remember, in a standard magazine, you'll get 80 bullets in total. You need to reduce that to the last 15%, which is going to be 12 bullets. The next way that you can do this is to fire away the excess bullets to reduce it down to the 12 bullets you need right from the start of a game. This was the easiest, fastest way that I've done this, guys. So this is why I'm recommending you to do it this way. But I am going to give you other options as well if you prefer them. It's been a very short while. But as you can see here now, we've reduced it down to 11 because we need to be 12 bullets. So we're in that zone now of getting that last 15%. But you can see now, this is why I choose now and prefer for this challenge alone to go back to standard core mode, because you need to keep an eye on the bullets. Again here, when you are doing it this way, guys, you'll probably find that you'll only get maybe 1-2 kills at the most out of the 15 you need, doing it with the standard magazine that you've got with 80 bullets, okay, because you needed 12. When you've got 12 bullets remaining, you know, you can only maybe get 1 or 2 kills. But again, if you do this every game, you can probably get maybe 4 to 5 kills like that in that zone of the last 15% in a game. So 2 or 3 games, guys, you should have this done doing it this way. So this was the easiest way that I found. But there are other ways that I'm going to show you guys now while using extended mags. So if you did choose the extended mags, it was a little bit easier, okay, but again, it's up to you if you do it this way. I don't like to use extended mags normally with the light machine gun, you don't really need it, but you will have 120 bullets maximum in total, which then remains 18 bullets in total. Okay, so 18 bullets is better than 12 bullets, what we had for the 80 in the complete magazine. Then you can choose to have scavenger on. Now remember, this is without the extended mags now. This is just using scavenger with a standard Mauler weapon. You will find that if you pick up a resupply bag from a fallen enemy, it can increase your ammo capacity in total to 320. Now when you reduce that down to the last 15%, that's giving you 48 bullets remaining. So when you think about it, guys, 48 bullets, you can get probably 4 or 5 kills with that 48 bullets if you wanted to. So when you think about it, this is probably the best option. So if you wanted to put that scavenger on, get some resupplied bag ammos from your enemy, get that 320 as a maximum capacity in your bullets, and then you'll need to reduce it to 48 bullets, giving you so many more chances to get it. But it's up to you guys. I've given you the options there. It's up to you which one you prefer. Then you're going to move on to the Bengal. Get a kill with an optic and 5 attachments equipped 50 times. Now, this is where you can max out on your attachments. You can have whatever optic you prefer, guys, and the 50 kills will come very, very easily to you. Then you're going to move on to the Murdered Out. Getting 2 rapid kills 20 times with this weapon. Now this is easy for the Mauler light machine gun weapon. Never really struggled once with this. Remember the setup that I gave you right from the start to make this gun feel agile and very fast and very quick to use is basically making you very, very similar to what the enemy weapons they have, if you know what I mean, guys. Because they're probably going to have submachine guns, they're going to have assault rifles, but because we are having a similar weapon, even though we've got a light machine gun, it kind of really mixes in the middle with them, it clashes in the middle, and again, ours is a more preferred one because obviously we've got the harder hitting bullets, you know, coming out of that light machine gun. We've got that ultra fire rate as well, if you remember, so it makes for one awesome weapon and makes it very easy to get those rapid kills. Go into hotspot zones as well, guys. I will go into that into more detail when we now get onto the Neon Tiger, but Neon Tiger, 3 kills without dying 20 times. Again, a very easy challenge. Again, there's tactics I'm going to give you. I would recommend that you always try and aim for the 3 kills when you get onto this challenge right from the start of a game. You can use suppressor at this time if you want to, even though I didn't really tend to use it too much with this, because normally I'd recommend 3 kills without dying to use the suppressor, because normally you'll find once you got to the second kill, the enemy know where you are. If you haven't got suppressor on, they normally shoot you. But if you're quick and you're very tactical with your gameplay, like myself, you'll probably find that very rarely happens. But it is another option to use the suppressor for this challenge if you want to. But right from the start of the game, look for those 3 kills, flank up around the enemy, and get into those hotspot zones as well. And you'll find the 3 kills will come quick. Again, we're on the retaliation map here, right at the start of the game. I'm going to work my way around, not right flanking from the sides. This time I'm just going to come down this way, and I'm going to just cut myself in because I know roughly where the enemy are coming from, where they're spawning. Normally they stand around here, but their teammates have already got them there. But you'll know that they're going to come from this end. And it's just a matter of waiting for them to come because that's where they're spawning from. You kind of get used to knowing after a while, guys, as well, where the enemy are going to be spawning from, so you can just wait around for them just in this little building here, and they're normally camping around there somewhere. So again, just running into those hotspot zones, running into the enemy spawn right from the start of the game, you will find you'll get those kills very quick and very easy. So that's a really big tip that I can recommend to you guys. So we're going to show you another one here. Again, we're on the terminal map this time, still playing hardcore right from the start of the game. Even though we're playing a different game here now, because I do like to play kill confirmed or domination, it still works in the same way, guys. Eventually just work your way around the side of the map as much as you can, anticipate where the enemy are going to be, you'll see them around, get those kills, and again those 3 kills will come very easily to you. I do like this challenge, the 3 kills without dying 20 times, because it just makes you get those high-end kills, and you'll probably find you'll end up getting maybe mercilesses or even relentlesses with this gun. It really is good. But remember what I said about those hotspot zone guys for the rapid kills, but also for the 3 kills without dying. You know where they are on every single map that you play. They are in different zones on every map as well, but they're areas, the hotspot zones that I call them, where enemy and your teammates will kind of collide in the middle. They are also little zones on the map where, you've got your little campers trying to get the long shot kills or maybe the headshot kills, and they're all a big kind of area on the map where there's a big battle that commences in the middle. You know where I'm going. We're here. This is a hotspot zone here on the Scorched map. This is a lovely zone to be in because you know the enemy are going to be coming down. Sometimes they like to get the long shot kills from down there. But these are all little hotspot zones. On Genesis, I mean, that is one big hotspot zone alone. The whole map of Genesis. You've got Frontier, you've got the hallway, that's a hotspot zone. Use them. That's where the enemy are going to be, guys. So that's where you're going to get your easy 3 kills and rapid kills from. Now, that's the gold, the Mauler at gold camo. Now, I'm loving, actually, at the moment, the brand new diamond camo. Let me know your thoughts, guys, and what you feel about the diamond camo, the new one. But we've got it now for the Mauler. That looks pretty wicked. But that's about it, guys. I hope I've helped you with this Mauler, getting it to gold. If you have, please leave a like. Please don't forget to subscribe, guys, and I'll join you on the next video. Take care, guys.